I will start in person. Questions? Everyone?
This one's for Shanae. Pat Riley famously said, "No boards, no rings." And tonight, the Sparks were out rebounded 35-23. What made it so difficult to grab rebounds against this Mystic squad?
I think we just needed to be a little bit more connected, especially defensively. We've had this is the first game back from break. We've had this first Slim's game back, KT's back. Obviously, Neko was out. So I think sometimes you underestimate how the rhythm can go. And so just getting back used to our communication styles, I think defense is where that gets exposed. And we're a solid defensive team when we communicate. And I think we just sort of missed out on that tonight, especially early.
Slim, you said this morning you weren't sure how your body was going to respond post-COVID. How did you feel being out there?
I felt good. I mean, it's natural to get a little, winded to try and catch that second wind. And it did happen. But when you played so long, you learn how to find moments in the offense to like kind of catch your breath. And then on defense, you pick your poison, but you never rest on defense. So I just picked my poison when it came to offense. Sometimes, like you saw me, like put my hand up, like slow down, because we're all gassed and we don't have so many, people on our bench, so we just have to be aware of like our pace in the game. And so I think I did a pretty good job. My teammates helped me out tremendously with my pace and getting back into it. They were in my ear, just telling me, "Keep going, you good." So it was cool.
Brittany, how bad did you want to play? I know you missed 4 games.
Man, it was hard, honestly, because I think more like I've been in positions where I'm not playing, but this was more like abrupt. Like literally, I'm in the gym about to work out for Dallas, and then they're like positive. You know what I mean? So life came at me pretty fast, and I wanted to be with my teammates. I know how much we put in that work in the gym, and when one person go down, as you can see, is almost like a domino effect, and you just got to be ready. But I was proud, to say the least, of like watching my team ball. She get the O boards, and that could make a masterclass. Everybody, like it was enjoyable to watch. I see why the fans like watching this. It was kind of cool to like take myself out.
And Shanae, how do you think the team played without Nick?
I think Nneka is our engine, right? And she's like a silent killer, right? And her IQ is super high. And so I think without her, it was sort of that comfort zone that we've been in for a long time, sort of was a little disruptive, but I do think it was a good experience for everyone to value what we have so that when we do have her, we don't take for granted, how hard and how well she plays.
Two quick questions. We talked about you guys getting some rest and we had this all-star break. How important was that break for you guys individually? I know you probably were recovering from sickness, but both of you, Shanae and Brittany, how important was that rest for you guys?
I mean, is it really break?
That's what I'm saying. When did we play?
Like,
we played Thursday
yeah,
and
I
we're back
mean,
playing Tuesday, which means
That's not
we're
really
off
true.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
and it's not really off because then you think about it, those who go to All-Star,
yeah,
they're busy.
and they're working.
And then like since we got a break, we working. Like we're
Right.
doing other things outside of basketball. So it's not really a break.
But it was a good enough time for like us to sort of patch up any holes personally with our
Breathe.
body, breathe a little
Breathe.
bit. So yeah, it was a break-ish.
We had some time to catch our thoughts. Let's put it like that.
Yo,
And then a follow-up, Elena Deladon was open a lot. Did you guys talk about how you were going to defend her before you guys came into tonight's game?
I think we have a defensive philosophy that, no matter who our opponent is, we try to be aggressive. And, that's where that communication is important. We sort of built our communication through the second and third quarter, but in the first and fourth, I think we sort of lost it a little bit. And so the challenge for us is to have that communication, because once we play our brand of defense, we don't care who our opponent is. We know that we're being aggressive, we're getting steals, we're getting deflections. So I think tonight it was like, okay, 2 quarters we felt that, and then 2 quarters we didn't.
Shanae, kind of building on that, we haven't gotten to see Elena Deladon a lot in the last couple of years just because she's been out, unfortunately. But having her back now, what does she add to the league? And unfortunately, sometimes it's tough to go against her.
Well,
obviously, but-
EDD and I are pretty close, and so every time we play against each other, it's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it was funny before the game. I went up to her, I was like, we hugged, and I was like, "It feels like I haven't seen you in like years." For my journey and her journey, it was kind of funny. But she's such an asset to the league. She's just an effortless player, and she's a challenge to defend in the best ways, right? And so, whether it is part-time, full-time, quarter-time, the league is better having her out there, and we're better as opponents getting that challenge.
Time for one or two more. Anyone else? Rico, right here, and then John.
Yeah, ladies, this is the most favorable month of the season, as you know, 8 home games, and it's 3 and 4, 3 like that. So what is, or do you think will be the emphasis going forward with Coach Williams as to trying to get these next 4 games and then finish up the season winning out and moving up toward the playoffs and the contention?
Well, I mean, one, we're home. You know what I mean? So it's like that alone, we need to protect home court. Like we are at an advantage right now because teams have to come to us like we were going to teams in May. Okay, engine. So, we have that advantage. And then if you look at our schedule and you look at the teams that we have left to play, there are a lot of 1-1 game determining series that can lead, like they're like playoff games basically now. So we're getting a head start into playoffs because now we're playing all these teams to win the season so we can put ourselves in a very good position and not be in the position we were last year where we were waiting on somebody else to lose. You know what I mean? So it's like now we don't got to worry about somebody else's downfall. Like we control our destiny. So we're going to keep that in our mind. Coach Fred has always told us like one game by game, we play Washington, got to wipe it, look at film, chuck it up, and let's go get Chicago because that's a 1-1 situation. And we need that. They're at the top. Like we could steal some wins that other teams have lost against them, and we can put ourselves in a hell of a position for playoffs.
Last question, we'll go to John.
Janae, there was a couple points when I had to tweet out, I was saying, point Janae. I mean, you're pushing the ball up the court. Brittany, what you think about that? I mean, just the fact that
They fight me on it,
that-
but
that-
I don't know why
mean,
they fight me on it.
I mean, you're trying to show like some differences in your game, right?
First of all, I am a point forward. 1, 2, I push it, but it's now being in flow. She was just yelling. There was a possession where I pushed it. Obviously, there was a turnover or 2, whatever. That comes with the territory of doing something. But there's a time when I pushed it and I kicked it to Lexi. She had a 3. I wasn't mad at that. But then in the next possession, she was mad that I didn't pass her the ball. So I just can't stand them, but they're my sisters. And so the same way that Lexi and Slim come at me, I come at them.
For sure.
I told Slim, I was like, hey, you're driving
I
into
was
2
underneath the
people.
basket.
I'm under the basket. Pass me the ball.
Say where?
Yeah, I was like under the basket by myself. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the cool thing, being able to explore my game. It comes with growing pains, but I am like Nneka's always told me, like, she had the benefit of going overseas and playing. My body is better just playing in the W, and like there are growing pains you do to grow your game, and so I'm not afraid of being vulnerable in that space and pushing the rock, and I will continue to do so. So just here, Slim.
I would like to say, as a teammate of Janae, that I am okay with her pushing the ball. Okay. It's just sometimes I'd be a little scared. I'd be a little scared.
Don't worry, if they don't know what's coming. If you don't know what's coming, they don't know what's
But the
coming.
ball bounces so high, and it's like there's so many like little guards. I'd be scared that they're gonna like run right under you and just steal it like an
Oh, then
intel.
yo, Wolf.
I'd be like Janae. And then you look at me, you'd be like, watch, go back and watch the film. Janae literally looked at me and was like, I'm gonna get it across.
Yeah, let me just cry. I like to dribble.
It's all good.
This is us.
That's just our relationship. Not at all.
I look at it, I start off here by saying that the game went back and forth for a while, especially in that first period. I thought the second period we held in there, 6 points, 8 points, 6, and then the crucial times we just made some unforced turnovers, errant passes, swinging the basketball. And, we gave up 27 points off for turnovers, and that's uncharacteristic of our team. Giving 40 points in the paint and 9 offensive boards. I just felt that we did battle and had some opportunities down the last, 3 minutes of the game. And then Washington came out with the 3 ball with Deladon and Cloud, hitting threes, especially Deladon. So that's why Deladon's here. So, with that said, I felt a few players learned a little bit tonight. I thought Olivia did a great job of coming in and showing some big, role of defending and getting to the basket. Nice crossover move going in. That was nice to see. I've never seen that and a post player with her size going to the rim. And, I thought Shanae with double-double, really tried in there with the fouls she's had in the game. She tried to step it up a little. And, Brittany Sykes, coming off and having some time off to come in and have a big spark for us. I was very pleased with her play and also with, Tolliver, hitting some threes lately at the late and then directing the team.
Questions?
Hi, Coach. Katie Lou, despite the loss, had an incredible game. She was 4 for 4 from the 3-point line, and she had 16 points, just shy of her career high of 19 earlier this season. Why do you think Katie Lou's having so much success this season with the Sparks?
I just think it's the format of what we're trying to do offensively. I think tonight we shot 51%. Made half our shots attempts, and but I think she's really angling herself a little better in offense, spacing out. Certain plays I run for certain people. She's, tonight her number was called a few times, and she's able to just put those shots down. So, as long as she's keep her body balanced, and I like with her length and her size, she can get a shot over a lot of opponents who are not, at her size.
Coach, how's NECA doing? How long do you expect her to be out?
It's I have to check when I go back with the medical and see, and hopefully I can get her back here for Chicago on Thursday. But that's probably a day-to-day thing right now. I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet until I leave the press conference here and talk to our trainer, and then also give NECA a call. But hopefully, I need her on Thursday. That's for sure. We missed her tonight.
Coach, what do you think your team learned about themselves playing without NECA?
The fight, the battle, the options, other than if NECA wasn't there, where the other options come from. I thought everyone had a touch of the basketball, a feel of making plays. But I think they learned that we cannot, have turnovers that converts into points at the other end, especially if we have a player who's capable of double-double in NECA. And so we pretty much gave some points away just by errant passes. And that's just a little mental mistake.
Hey, Coach, I know the Sparks have struggled really defending the perimeter, and I think they shot, the Mystics shot 22 from outside. Have you guys really talked about developing a strategy to defend the perimeter a little bit better, outside of Brittany, of course?
Yeah, I mean, just, really, our main thing is just staying more aggressive on switch and trapping. And, with players shooting a three, we just got to get on the line, 3 line, and make the player take one dribble and get off the 3 and shoot the 2. And so perimeter-wise, we've been working a lot in our shell defense to just stay in front of players that like to shake and bake, go to the rim. And that just comes with time, just to try to get better at it and just keep working at it. That's the only thing you can do, is to keep working at it and get a hand up.
Coach, you rebounded 35 to 23. We know NECA was missing, her 10 to 12, 13 rebounds, but your starting center had 3 rebounds. What do you have to do to try to get more rebounds in the paint?
Yeah, I just think it's just the will and the want to go get it, the boards. And I think like with Liz, is tough because she's got 2 players around her a lot, and she's got to reach over sometime over 2, or 2 of them are blocking her out. And that it was, Shanae to clean up because there's nobody, blocking her out. So we just got to have the more will and the want to go get the offensive boards and putbacks. And then, defensively, just, give teams, one shot or no shot. And if you get the one shot, then get the boards and let's run and push it up the floor. I thought we did a pretty good job, maybe the first half, but the second half we gave, too many second and third shots, and they beat us on the backside with some threes, backbreakers.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.